Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another series in the Farmers' Cup between our Grey player, who is, of course, none other than De Vasall, who's always playing in the Grey, against the AI. And with me today is Lily Vanilli. Say hi.
Hello.
And so Lily Vanilli is, of course, joining this cast because she really wants to see what Der Vasall is doing and how she can beat him.
Yes, so Vasall is in the same group as me, so looking forward what Vasall is doing here in this game.
Exactly, and of course this map is Amazon Tunnel, so this is the home map of Der Vasall. And now let's see what he's doing. He's going for Loom and actually is going for a wall of forward, even having the scout on guard stance. So you see that Vasall was actually lying to us, kind of, because he told us that, like, oh, no, the good Amazon Tunnel players, they don't wall off. But yeah, actually, he is walling off himself. So he was basically trying to get an advantage here. So Lily, don't believe the lies.
So what are the civs?
So the civs in the Grey for the Vasall, we have the Portuguese, a very strong late game civilizations with their gunpowder. They have the organ guns as their unique unit. So very strong in late game with the Fetorias as well, generating infinite resources. So we're actually watching this back at slightly higher speed than usual, simply because we've been casting so many of these AI games. I also have to downgrade the AoE version again, so it's been a real hassle.
So is it a good strategy to wall two times? Like he has the first one and then the second one. And
okay,
now
what
a house wall?
What do you think, Lily? Do you think having two walls is good?
I'm not sure. Maybe that's a clever strategy.
Strategy? No. Actually, you had the right intuition there. Why go for two walls? Why not just go for one wall off right from the get-go right here? Why be scared and like do this weird wall off over here? Of course, the AI is not going to contest the wall off, so Der Vasall is absolutely fine. However, yeah, that's just not very confident and strong strategy. And now he has the house wall, but he's still going for the stone wall behind. So
another wall.
yes, can you believe it? And he told us like, oh, we're never walling this until the Castle Age. And now look at this, Feudal Age, Vasall already won. But let's come to the civs. So the red player is playing the Italians once again, and it's kind of a deja vu because that's what your AI opponent also had. And the Italians, of course, a archer civilization, and so the AI probably will go for archers once again. And yes, that's exactly what we see, but of course archers can't do anything against this triple layer of walls. Now Vasall going for Castle Age.
I mean, yeah, Vasall is already in Castle, right?
Yes, Vasall is already in Castle Age, but look at this, heavily behind in terms of villagers. However, the AI, of course, is not very good on this map. Doesn't know really what to do. Now we have a castle drop here by Der Vasall, and that will just stop the AI dead in its track. But I think it's very similar to your game. Lily, what do you think?
I'm still wondering how Vasall is coming to the location of the opponent. Like he walled it completely.
Yeah, but you can just delete the walls.
He will delete it.
Yes. Okay. But now the castle, oh god, the AI is just stupid like that. They just like to suicide. Oh god. Oh, look at this. Oh, the perfect suicide trap here. This is just horrible. And I just hope that Der Vasall ends this game quickly, because this just does not make sense playing against this AI on this type of map. And yeah, you see the organ guns of Der Vasall shredding our red player. All we're missing is some siege. And I think this first game will go decisively in the way of Der Vasall. So Lily, do you think you have a chance against Der Vasall on this map?
I think on this map it will be difficult, right? Because Vasall is good in the late game. He's going for like these or town center and then getting the economy and then going for
he going? Well, okay, actually he is going for 2 town centers. Yes. Whereas you had 3 town centers. So I think at this point in the game.
I mean, he has this cannon stuff.
Yes, but that's just a civilization thing, so you just need to go for good civilizations. But yeah, it's just a slaughter. It is what we expected. I mean, it's Vasall's home map, his map where he played thousands of hours, so he really should dominate here. However, I think, Lily, you do have a chance. I think Vasall is the favorite for sure here on this map in particular, but I think you're not without chances.
I mean, I can also ban Amazon Tunnel, right?
Yeah, that's true. Then
so we have this nice Civ picker tool made by Haaka, so maybe that's my strategy to just ban Amazon Tunnel.
That is correct.
Well played.
Well played by Vasall, winning the first game easily, and we'll just jump right back into to the replays here and just start the second game as well. Because as you can see, there's a lot of replay. Look at this. Just Farmers League replays played on the old patch that I still have to cast. So a long way to go still. So let's jump right into the second game between Vasall and the AI.
Okay. So what is the map and what are the civs?
So the map is called Haboob.
I never played this map, right?
Yeah, no, this is from the Red Bull Wololo tournament originally. I think that was the origin of it, but played in a different setting. And I'm not sure why it's called Haboob. It's maybe because of the two big boobs in the center of the map. If you look on the minimap.
I actually like maps more with water, so there's also no water, right?
Okay, so you more
for my fishing ships and all the stuff.
Oh, okay, so you like hybrid maps and water maps. That's interesting to know. Yeah, but this map, Arabia style kind of, you have a wood line on the outside, but there's this, I actually don't like this when maps do this. This terrain, you cannot build on it. Even though it's not very clear that why can you not build on this terrain, but it is what it is. So if you go out here to get some wood, it's very hard to defend because it's hard to wall. So this is one of the features of this map. Again, we go to a little bit of a faster playback speed because I don't think too much is going to happen here. Our AI player in the red is a Pachacuti and a Inca player, and Vasall in the gray has the Spanish. So I think Vasall will just go for Fast Castle Conquistadors most probably. So let's see if Vasall goes for his trademark double lumber camp strategy. I don't know, Lily, have you seen the replays? No. Okay, so please don't imitate that, but Vasall likes to go for...
yeah, I saw this one.
Yeah, for like 2 lumber camps before...
On the same wood line, right?
And then before the mill.
Yeah.
So, and yes, see, like 2 lumber camps, and here we have even a little coexistence of lumberjacks. And will Vasall go for some early game aggression, for some militia here? Yes, indeed. And that could actually be quite painful here for the AI, but the AI is actually fighting back, killing a villager of Vasall. But the AI at this level does not fight back against militias with villagers, which it really should do. So it's quite effective to go for militia against the AI. Now the red player already in the feudal age, one villager. No, it's actually actually the AI I think is slightly ahead because it already went up to the next age, and Vasall is still
in the dark age.
Yes, and what do you think about this? Now finally the AI actually fights this and kills all the militia, loses another villager, but I think that's a fair trade to make. And so I think the AI overall in a better situation now, having the first archers out. Of course, as the AI usually does, it's just stuck on the barracks and stuck on the lumber camp, not really achieving anything. And Vasall only now going...
so he has 3 villagers on gold?
Yes. And
3 on stone.
Yes, but the question is, like, what for? I mean, look at the...
And he has a lot of farms already, right?
Yes. Which typically you don't want to do. You want to go to feudal age, get the farm upgrade, and then plant the farms, because then they're just way more efficient. Now,
Is he doing some fast castle?
I think he's already on the way to Castle H, whereas the red player just feudal aggression, but look at this, it's just stuck on the buildings, whereas if the red player, imagine if the red player just went forward to this region, then Vasall would be absolutely dead. So Vasall here in this case...
I think that's my strategy.
Yeah,
just go to his wood line and stuff, and then stopping his Castle H.
Yes. And now Vasall does the tried and tested strategy against the AI, which is just build a castle, because the AI likes to suicide all its units against a castle. So I don't know. I think the AI actually got worse. Or is this even the correct difficulty setting, Vasall? This does not look like the hard AI to me. This, don't you agree? The AI is I mean, it's bad, but is it so bad that it just runs into the castle?
Yeah, I think yesterday we played very hard, so this is...
okay, because you played very hard.
That's the difference, right?
Okay. Now we have some conquistadors out from their Vasall, but you see the AI doesn't have a chance. We've just dropped a castle. I mean, it just lost 20 units there without anything, achieving anything in return. Vasall with some cute micromanagement of the conquistadors, so we have to give him credit that he's now also trying to do some micromanagement, and yeah, it's gonna be tricky for red to do anything against it.
Another castle.
Yes, a in-your-face kind of castle, and now it's just a matter of time again until their Vasall wins this game. So I think the AI just doesn't stand a chance here, although everything takes a long time against the AI because the computer just doesn't want to resign. They want to put more lumber camps everywhere. That's just what they like to do. And yeah,
so what I think, Vasall is always going first for castle and all this passive stuff, and then he goes for aggression. So he's not going really fast with his units to raid another player. So it's always castle, and then he's sending some units forward.
That is true, although he did go for 3 militia. So he did do some very Dark Age aggression, but I think you're right. Once you weather the storm of the 3 militia of their Vasall, it's you can really make something happen in the next age. And again, we have the Rams. Of course, the AI player does not fight against the Rams, and there it is, their Vasall winning easily. There was just no competition because the red player, I mean, Vasall, if that was a human player at that moment, Vasall would have been dead because there was 20 archers on the map in Feudal Age. Vasall had nothing, and had the archers actually come forward to the woodline or to the gold, Vasall would have been absolutely dead. But the AI is just very stupid and was stuck on the barracks, and so Vasall was able to go to Castle Age and then win the game from there. So how do you rate this performance here by their Vasall?
I mean, it's quite interesting to see his moves and all the stuff, so I can learn quite something to beat him.
Yes, I mean, look at this, big lead here for the red player, but then no chance for it anymore after losing everything. Now let's
two relics.
Oh, okay, that's nice. So now we can jump right ahead into the third game, and I think this is the one we actually want to cast on normal speed, maybe. This is played on Arena.
Another favorite map of Vasall, right?
I'm not sure if he likes Arena. Actually, it's my favorite. Well, not my favorite map, but one of my home maps.
Arena
is typically my home map, yes. I don't know if the Vasall likes it too much. But he can tell us in the comments down below. Because I
think it's quite similar to Amazon Tunnel, right? It's for late game stuff.
I think
you have your walls, you have your town center.
I think you would be surprised to how much early shenanigans you can do on Arena. Of course, you're right. It's typically there's no Dark Age aggression, of course, and only limited Feudal Age aggression.
Look at this villager doing nothing.
Oh. Yes, I wanna hear some shit talk against their Vasall.
Just standing there, looking in the forest. No.
Okay, this is actually a very nice lumber camp. It's very efficient because even after all these trees are chopped, it's still very close to the woodline. Now Vasall playing as the melee, and their bonus is that they go up to the next age much faster. So typically you can produce 2 extra villages and still be up at the same time as your opponent. So effectively you gain a villager advantage with the melee. So they're very good civilization on Arena if you have the timings right. But typically
he's doing a good job with the cows, right? He only sends 1 cow in and then
so
the next
I'm
one. Usually doing the mistake with
slaughtering all the
of
cows.
them.
Indeed. So, but let's see if the villagers are actually tasked to then get this cow, or if they will go for this one, which they really like to do. So the villagers.
So he
here,
has 6 villagers on food.
Yes.
Is he doing the classic?
Yeah, he's doing the not quite, because he now only has 1 on wood. Well, okay, now he's getting 1 more, and this villager.
What is doing this villager?
Yeah. So this is typical Vasall play here.
Sending somewhere the villager.
And okay, now he got loom. Typically on Arena you don't get loom until Castle Age, because you don't need to get loom because you're super safe. However, in this case, of course, you need to get loom because scouts.
So what is he doing? He wants to see something, or
I don't
a sneaky
know.
castle
Okay, I tell you what he wants.
or-
He wants to wall in the AI. That's what I think he's gonna do. Let's see. Just wall around the
that's
wall.
Genius.
But that's a big flex, but I'm not sure if he will see. I don't know. That was just an idea.
Yes, he's doing it.
He's doing, but with palisade.
Okay. First wood and then stone walls.
Okay.
Double wall.
Okay. And now he's doing the classic noob kind of thing, where it's like, okay, I'm walling in your gate. You cannot leave your base.
But there are other gates.
Yes, and also you can just delete the wall piece right here.
You can delete it.
But it turns out against the AI, it's actually a great move.
So when he is doing this to me, I just delete my walls.
Yeah, I mean, if he's doing this, you just don't care. And then you can just delete your walls, if that ever happens. But of course.
But he has to wall all these.
Yes, and then you can, like, if he does this, just go to Castle Age, drop a castle, and the castle can easily shoot down the walls. You just click the castle, click on the wall, and just takes a minute or something until it's down. So the walling is a cute strategy. I like it. I like that Vasall is trying something different here against the AI after winning 2 games decisively. So that is very nicely done. But yeah, I'm not sure if this will work against a human opponent here. But yeah, against the AI, this is actually a very nice strategy, and so very commendable there from Vasall. I think this was a problem with the hotkeys. Sometimes that happens because the hotkeys for the outpost is the same as for the farms, but it's just in a different build tab. So this is it happened to all of us. And now Vasall going for the mill. Still has a second boar here. Oh no, both boars still.
Boars.
Okay, and then what the Vasall, of course, does not do, but which, of course, everyone else does and should do, is push in the deer.
The deer push.
Especially if they're so close. So come in with the scout right here, and this deer, if you're lucky, it will just run here, and then you can just shoot it. I think that's good. That's good enough. But he gets the boar just in time, as the food runs out underneath his town center, and he gets in the boar perfectly. And yeah, the wall off continues. I mean, it's nowhere near complete. I think Vasall, if he's serious about that, should maybe...
What is he building there, a house?
A house, yes. Maybe you should bring more villages forward here, because there's just everything still open over here. Now we're going for the house wall. Yes.
I think he will go for monks and collect the relics.
Okay, yes.
Because in the other game he has 2 monks, right?
Yes, it's a good strategy on Arena anyways to collect the relics. Also, he has been producing consistently, only now idling. Okay, this is the first slip up. You can see he's nothing. Okay, now he realizes. So that's a little bit of a slip up. But also our red player, I think our red player might be going up to the next age. No, our red player is just a little bit behind for some reason. I think it's the AI is just distracted by this nice wall in here by Vasall.
But I mean, this is not a fair game, right? The AI is just focusing here. It can easily go out.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
there are a lot of different gates.
Yes, but the AI is just stupid, especially on these levels. It's just, it can just be so easily outplayed.
Yeah.
Like, do this, oh, AI is stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, if if he leaves the AI untouched and the AI can boom...
Yeah, then it's a terrible...
Then it's
disaster.
not so good. Now, luckily for the Vasall, the AI has a terrible civilization for Arena in the Vikings, because they have very bad late game. So actually, I think in a very late game, Vasall will be okay. And look at this, the red AI may actually chop through here anyways. Now red is going for the Fuel Age. I'm not sure if red will be able to pull off a fast castle. I would love... Is there a way to check the settings of the game? I would love to see the difficulty. But probably we won't be able to see that. Now, Vasall also going for the Fuel Age, having his trademark farms in the Dark Age already. This is pretty inefficient, especially on Arena. If you push the deer, you don't need any farms really. Maybe like 2 farms in Dark Age. That's something you can do, but this is way too many farms. Just take you don't even need to push them. You can just task your villages here. It's a little bit of walking time, but it's free food. It's 4 times 140 food.
Yeah, but it's a lot of clicking.
Yes, but no, actually, if you don't want to push it, just take 4 villages and just go there. It's so close to your town center. I mean, it is generated. Sometimes the deer are really far away, then it's maybe not worth it. But here, like, look at this. It's just right there. You can just go collect the food, even if you don't want to push it. Now, the Vasall, even though he clicked up later since he's the Malay, he's actually up earlier. And if we can go to his point of view, you can see, okay, he's lacking a lot. He's lacking a lot of food, so he won't be able to do a fast castle, even though he went up to 28 villagers. Typically, you can do fast castle easily with 25 villagers, and the pros do it with like 23 villagers. So it's really going up. So this is almost kind of fast Imperial Age type of territory that der Vasall is going for here.
I mean, he needs a second town center, right? And then he...
In Castle Age, you mean? Yes. So typically you go to Castle Age and then drop a second and third town center. But der Vasall is really occupied. Now dropping a tower here, that is kind of curious in any ways. It's not going to work out because red is just going to chop out here. Red will not delete the walls and still be free. So yeah, so if der Vasall does this, like this is...
Yeah, that's stupid.
That does nothing. And also the tower.
Oh, what do you think? You can comment down the video.
What
do you think about this strategy to just wall in the AI with these houses and...
Yeah, I think it can be good.
And now it's through. Oh,
yeah, not quite, but almost. I mean, it can be good, but then you need to go for stone walls in Feudal Age, maybe. Go for fast feudal into stone wall. But right now, the red player is just going to Castle Age. The red player
but
doesn't
with
care.
a real person, it's not working.
No, with a real person, this is never working. Also, this tower does nothing. Like, Lily, if he drops a tower like this, just ignore it. Like, no reason to do anything. And as I said, the best way to break out is basically a castle that can just shoot down everything. Castles are also super effective against towers, so let's say you go to Castle Age, drop a castle here, you can shoot down the tower, shoot down everything. There's really... And of course you can delete your own wall pieces very easily. And yeah, the red player really wants out, so now this tree has been chopped and the red player is free again. The whole wall off, I mean, it's useless anyways, but now it's especially useless.
Yeah, he goes for the second wall, right? He has the houses and now these stone.
But he's only walling around the gates. Like, you need to wall everything. Like, this just doesn't work. I mean, maybe, okay, he probably has played a lot against the AI. Maybe it works against the AI. Now, both players on the way up to the Castle Age, and if we look at the village number, actually, der Vasall quite ahead, and that is because he is, of course, the Malay, so he can afford to make more villagers before he goes up and is up at a similar time.
Oh, he's sending all his wood choppers? What is he doing, Vasall?
Wait.
He's walking.
I think he wants to drop a castle, but he doesn't have the resources. So he maybe needs to use the market to buy, but even then it will not be... The timing won't be great. And now Vasall does the weird little double house into stone wall. So this is kind of Sim City style.
Yeah, he was in the castle, right?
Yes, he will go to the stone here.
But now...
And then drop a castle. Let's see what red is very passive. So I don't know if this is the right difficulty, because even on hard difficulty, the red player would have dropped 2 town centers by now.
I also have the impression it's not the right level.
I think this is actually...
Because usually they're producing like archers or some...
Yeah, maybe not an arena,
passage.
But now, yeah, okay, now
they're
he's
just
going...
sending some spearmen or stuff, usually. But now they do nothing.
Well, now he's going for second town center, but it feels like a... I mean...
now there's some...
Yeah, but it's really late, and also with the Vikings, it's kind of... I'm not sure, it just feels like it's not...
I mean, the knight will kill these villagers, right?
Oh, yes, I mean...
I think that's the point.
It's the perfect answer.
Because he has nothing, Vasall has no unit.
Vasall has nothing, and you're right. I mean, it's the perfect unit in this circumstance here. And Vasall tries to fight the knight, but you cannot fight the knight. The knight has 2 melee armor, and the villagers do 3 damage.
And the second knight is coming.
And yeah, and this is just disaster play for the Vasall. Like, the red player was just... I mean, he didn't even need to delete anything. He just chopped out, and that's it.
Yeah.
And there's more...
And he has no unit, right?
Vasall has nothing.
And what about the stone? Can you build a castle? Or...
Let's see. I mean, he will certainly try. He's lacking 2
and another
stone.
knight is coming.
When the night has come, as men would say.
The next 2.
Yeah, they want to drop the castle. Now there is...
No, they will not drop the castle.
They will, because there's a tower here, and this is just a scouting unit for the AI, so it doesn't attack. But otherwise, he could easily deny this. So I think Vasall will now place... No, he's going for the gold.
What is he doing? Now he has enough stone, right?
Yeah, but he wants to go for the gold. Also, the gold mines, just place them 1 tile away.
Yeah.
It's way more efficient that way. And now the Vasall has to go for squires and pikemen.
He has a lot of food.
And yeah, actually has a lot of food.
But he has no units.
And no gold. Because he's not...
Right? There's a lot of gold.
And no second town center. And I think this is the time when the red player just booms ahead. I mean, 9 villagers ahead. I mean, a lot of villagers have been killed. Now we see
walling.
A wall of here, but you realize like a human player can just delete this wall piece and just come in here anyways.
Why is he not building the castle? He has enough stone.
I think he's like, okay, there are knights. I cannot build the castle now. That's what he thinks. Now we have 3 town centers for our red player and a very nice farming economy. And the Vikings bonus is actually that they get wheelbarrow and handcart for free. So these farmers are pretty efficient in collecting resources.
The monk is coming.
The monk is coming, and I think full map control here for our red player, who's now finally working on the wall pieces here. Yeah, I think that's just...
that would a normal player not do.
Yeah, a normal player would just ignore this.
Yeah.
They just would not care. And I think that's why the AI, in the end, might still lose this game, because it's just focused on the wrong things. But still, like, full 3 town center production, now going for upgrades for the cavalry. Cavalry is not great for the Vikings, because they lack bloodlines, they lack a lot of upgrades. So typically you don't want to do that.
So in the Farmer Cup, is the win allowed with the relics and all the stuff? Like
no, of course, because Frady doesn't like fun. Frady really just wants to win, and so he wants to take any tools that would give underdogs a chance away.
Okay.
So any like slim chance will never happen. Any slim chance.
Because I thought about going for.
No, it's not gonna work. It's anti-fun.
Okay.
No fun allowed in this cup. Only Frady victory is allowed.
Okay, look on the spearmen and
now we have
the
the castle here.
Now he's building.
And I think this will spell disaster for our red player, because he will just suicide all the units there. Also losing a knight here.
Yeah. So 3 spearmen are enough for a knight?
Yes, 3, especially against the Viking knight, because they don't have bloodlines, only 100 HP instead of the 120. And I think now red will lose all the units again to the castle, and that's it. So I don't see this. This is not a... this cannot be hard AI, because the hard AI does not run into.
Yeah, look at this. He just go for the tower and then kill by the castle.
That's not what the hard AI does. That's I'm pretty sure it goes back when it sees a castle. It goes forward, it sees the castle, and goes backwards. That's just something that's really curious. I think this is not the hard AI. I may be wrong, but it's really untypical behavior.
Vasall is such a good player that it seems like it's the easiest AI.
Okay, that's probably what happens.
That's why we have the impression the AI is.
Yeah, it's kind of throwing. Even though the AI heavily ahead in terms of villagers, so can actually afford to lose.
So what's the perfect villager number?
So you want to go above 100 at least. So 100 is the good ballpark. Typically you want to go to 120 maybe. But if you can reach 100, you can be very happy. I think that's something, because that's easy to remember. Like 100 villagers is very good. And now we can see that red is actually going up to the Imperial Age. And if red is able to just drop a castle, trap this down, then Vasall has nothing, I would say. Yeah, we have more stone being mined. I think just Vasall just wants to collect all the stone that's on the map. But we have some nice relics coming in for the red player. Very nicely done there. And 0 military units here for Vasall, and of course he doesn't need to, because all the units of red just die.
I mean, in principle, when you use all the knights and go in Vasall's space, he has nothing there, right?
Yes, you can kill.
You can just kill all of them here. All the stoners.
Yes, all the stone miners can be killed.
Yeah.
And then you can just come in, and I mean, Vasall is he's very slow to boom, so you can just if you can even ignore this castle. Like Vasall does nothing here. You can just ignore everything and just take a ram, batter down this, and then just run in. And then,
just first kill the stoners.
If you see them, the stoners.
Stoners.
They're all high.
Stoners.
They're all high on mushrooms. The stone miners.
The stoners and the golders.
The golders.
The golden girls.
New terminology invented here by Lily Vanilli. Now Vasall being housed, now booming from 4 towns. But this is just, I cannot believe, I refuse to believe that this is the hard AI.
Now they will die again.
Because they typically go there and then they go back. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just confusing it with the very hard AI. But this is just ridiculous. Like this tower and this castle have just killed so much. But still, score is pretty close. Also, the AI stops producing villagers at 72 apparently. That is interesting. I think that will give us a way to prove which kind of difficulty it is actually, because there's I think hard limits for how many villages the AI is allowed to produce in a game. But now the rams are actually coming in, and finally this tower might fall. Yes, indeed, the tower does fall, and there is some infantry being produced here. But yeah, he cannot, a red player cannot access this castle, and he should just go for trebuchets instead. But of course, he's gonna waste all of these units here trying to get rid of this castle. So if you have rams, you want to kill this castle, you have to delete these walls here. That's what you have to do. But yeah, now Vasall also, and that's something I don't like. Vasall is now going for infantry technology, and that just doesn't make much sense. And the reason is, yes, the infantry, so with the melee, they get a unique upgrade that the infantry doesn't cost any gold. But you still have all the gold, so why not just go for a stronger unit than the cheap infantry that lacks upgrades, especially if your opponent is Vikings. And the Vikings have very strong infantry, actually. And yes,
really?
Yes, and you can see that these rams, the ram push actually might be effective. We now have capped ram being researched, and capped ram actually much stronger than battering ram, more HP, more damage, and I think once siege ram is in, this castle will fall very, very quickly, or it might fall even like this. And I don't see anything from Vasall. What do you see anything from Vasall? And now we have some petards here, but the petards,
I think they will now blow up.
But they won't do anything. I mean, they might kill a ram or two. No, they're not doing anything. And yeah, the castle is down.
Yeah, I mean, the AI is an imp, right?
Yes, the AI is in him. Vasall is in
I
Castle
don't know
Age.
what Vasall is doing.
And now we have just Viking champions who have more hit points because of the unique bonus, and Rams, and Vasall might just die. I mean, Vasall has nothing. Vasall has nothing. He's now okay. He's going for imp, but now he's
and
going
castles, right?
for
He's
spearman. Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, I mean that's desperation castle. But yeah, the Viking player has all the upgrades. I think the problem for the AI is that it's really stuck on the houses and everything.
But when the AI reaches the imp, it's really difficult because then it's quite booming and producing
all the villagers. All the military units.
The best way is to push before.
Yes.
Because now you see it's like endless flow of units coming.
Yes, indeed. However, I think they will all die to the castle anyways because the AI just is not very smart about it. And also the AI needs siege ram, but probably cannot afford siege ram. Yes, cannot afford it. Also going now for fortified wall, even though the walls are not even completed. But yeah, nice unit spam here from the AI. Now attacking the walls with the champions who actually do have a nice bonus against buildings.
So what's the best unit against walls?
Against walls?
Because I think Vasall is always walling, right? So when I play against Vasall, I need to...
So rams are actually not bad. Like in Castle Age, maybe one ram is enough just to pressure the walls. And then in Imperial Age, it's trebuchets and bombard cannons. Or, if you can afford it, siege rams. But they're very pricey and not very good in the current patch. And now, look at this. Vasall has longswordsman, like Castle Age upgrades. And the AI has champion, Imperial Age upgrades. So the longswordsman will just die. And so it doesn't really make sense that the Vasall was going for that unit. Yes, only advantage here for Vasall is that the AI is really stubborn in like not going for the right angle of attack. But yeah, look at the score. The red player heavily in the lead. So yeah, I think Lily, this is a game that you could win. Yeah, and the Rams are just like...
So why he's not producing knights or stuff? He's going for these infantry units.
Because he is stubborn and he's like, okay, I get the unique upgrade and then they only cost food. But that's trash kind of. I don't know if he has. Yeah, he has already gotten the upgrade. And I think in the end it will work out because the AI is just not very smart. It just lost a lot of the units here underneath the castle fire, and now the Rams, they're coming in, but they're kind of like, they don't know where to...
Dead, right?
They don't attack the castle. Like, look at this. They should just attack the castle. Doing? Now finally one attacks the castle.
Going for the wood line or...
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're probably going for this town center here, but they can just be killed by the villagers here, so it doesn't make too much sense. However, the castle actually might fall, and you see that siege rams actually have splash damage, so they attack the castle, but they also
castle down.
Also damage the barracks here.
I think Vasall is sweating right now at this moment.
And now look at this, a tech switch by the AI going now for crossbowman, which is actually, I mean, he needs more upgrades. Now go for arbalest. Is actually a great addition against the swordsman here, because the swordsman, they lack little pierce armor, and so the archer's actually a good chance.
But now he's pushing back.
Yes. Now finally Vasall has enough to just push this back. We see a monk here doing one conversion. Now we have arbalests in, bracer coming in. I think the AI just doesn't have enough units in the front because a lot of the units are still stuck
there.
So this was actually a genius move by the Vasall in the beginning, going for the wall off. However, I think in terms of unit composition, our red player just has the better units, just needs more of the units. Whereas the Vasall is just spamming
the
these
units
crappy
are stuck
units
at the walls. So.
Yeah. Look at this. They're like, they want to destroy every single wall piece before they do anything else. And yeah, I think that gives Vasall the chance to win this game finally. But I think Vasall had no business winning this game. I mean, that was a very questionable approach and performance, and against any a little bit more competent player, this would have not gone the way of their Vasall. But finally, he is coming in here with the two-handed swordsman. Look at this two, like the champions. I mean, they're heavily outnumbered, but they still do so much damage against the two-handed swordsman. And now we have a lot of arbalists here, actually. I'm just wondering whether our red player has all the upgrades. Now he's still missing an upgrade here, actually, for the arbalists. One more attack can be made for them. Yeah, and the red player is actually pushing back across the map. And look at this. Red train is coming back, but they're just... The micromanagement from red is also pretty bad here. So, yeah, it's what is this game, Lily? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm at a loss for words.
But I think he will win, right?
I mean, if the Vasall doesn't win... I mean, the red player... I think the red player will just run out of resources. I think that will be the problem here. I think the red player does not have any gold anymore, and it's not going for any more gold for some reason. I don't know why. Oh no, actually it's building a town center here, so maybe the red player will be able to go for gold. No, actually we have a trebuchet here.
Burning.
Everything's burning in the economy of der Vasall. He might lose town centers, but he has a lot of town centers actually, so he can afford to lose one or two. And this one, yes, actually gets taken out. So much pressure here by the AI, but I think that Vasall in the end will just outspam the AI.
I think he's now really sweating.
Yeah,
I think really right now he's not sure if he will win.
He's like, okay, I lost this.
Yeah.
But yeah, the AI is just very inefficient with the units, and I think that's just the chance you always have. You just need to weather the storm, just kill enough of the units. But yeah, look at this. The arbalists are just very good in this situation. And just the AI needs just better micromanagement and more units. I mean, this is 5 arbalists. It's just not enough. He needs like 20 arbalists, and then Vasall is completely dead. At the same time, I mean, full map control for the AI. Now finally going for some gold here is the AI. Still we have some rams fumbling about.
Going with the walls.
The walls is really what made...
I mean, for me it's good when Vasall lose the game, because then he lose 1 point in our group. So
I don't know how that works, but yeah, let's say that's how it works. I think he's winning this still, because the AI is just not able to decisively push across the map. I think that's also the civilization, maybe different civilization would have been maybe better here. Also, the AI is not able to boom beyond 72 villagers. I think that's the threshold. But more gold being mined here. But no gold here. And this is just so terrible to see. I mean, the AI had every reason to win this game, has the better units, and is just not doing it because of these stupid walls. So you can see how easily you can trick the AI in this game. Yeah, nothing in the queue for the red player. That's interesting. So probably it's also it's not allowed to go above 120 population. So that's interesting to know. So if you're ahead in population, you have a 200 population.
But now typically... they go back. What's happened there?
Yeah, because there's too many military units now on the field for their Vasall, and so the red player has to kind of fall back. So the AI knows how many units. The castle is not firing. The castle? Okay, now it's firing.
Pew, pew.
So that was weird.
Now the army is coming.
Oh, okay, actually going for the unique upgrade that gives +1 attack to the arbalists, who are now up to 11 attack. So they should be super strong.
Vasall has an impressive army forming here.
But it's only a single unit, only 200 swordsmen. Also, nothing in the queue.
So is this typical for Vasall, like only having one unit?
Yeah. Vasall is like, okay, Malay have this unique upgrade, I have to go for it.
Okay.
He has to do it. In his mind, he's forced to do that. And that's how you can win against him, because you're like, okay, I can just outplay you by using better units. But where are the units of red? Of course.
Yeah, they're just wandering around, right?
Yeah, well, they're just here trying to attack the wall. Like, once the walls are down, maybe. But look at this. Look at all the two-handed swordsmen here.
The stoner.
The stoner. Don't get used to that. Okay.
I think it's already established.
No, don't establish the stoners. Now we see more two-handed swordsmen getting shot down, but they are actually knocking at the gates. But now some arbalests also join the fray, and I think with all the arbalests and the champions that are really holding this door here for our red player, I'm not sure if the Vasall is able to push this. I think he will just lose all the two-handed swordsmen again and again and again. And even though our red player cannot, well, okay, now he's at 130 pop. So I don't know what triggers the AI to then go higher in population. That's interesting. And yeah, now we have a counter attack by red, but I think he's just running into this gray army without fighting. So that is very, very bad. And finally, the Vasall has some other units in the bombard cannon, and I think this will enable him to finally push against our red player.
Okay, so what can I do against these bombard cannons?
Just don't let it come to that. Just don't let it come to that. And if it comes to that, you need cavalry. So in this case, if you had a cavalry civilization, just knights would win you the game easily.
How many knights for one cannon?
If the cannons are not defended, you just need a single knight. If they are defended, of course, you need more. But there is no clear answer to that. But still, like, so many units dying here from their Vasall. And yeah, imagine if the AI wasn't handicapped like this, then this would absolutely be over, and Vasall wouldn't stand a chance here. But as it is, I think the Grey Horde will start to slowly overwhelm our red player here. I think so, at least. But the game is still going on. Red still has the map control, can get all the resources, but I think just doesn't make use of it. And yeah, now finally Grey also producing more and more units. The bombard cannons, I think, are the decisive unit here. But yeah, you can see how the Vasall struggles. So I actually can see a win by Jesse the Emperor, maybe even against the Vasall, if he plays like this, or against Herr Acker. I mean, I don't want to put any pressure on Jesse, but doesn't seem impossible. And yeah, this bombard cannon, first bombard cannon, gets taken out. And of course the red player again retreats this castle.
I mean, Jesse has more experience, right? He played in the Couch Cup.
Yes,
and
that's
in the
true.
Shaka Cup, right? So he has more cup experience.
Yes.
And I think Vasall, it's the first cup, right? The Farmers Cup.
It is the first proper tournament that he's participating. No, he has participated in a tournament before.
Because he was not in the Lily Vanilli Cup.
Yeah, but he participated in tournament way back in the day when Tyrant Q was still playing. Actually, I think so, at least. But yeah, I think now the Great Tide is unstoppable, and I think Grey will win this game by virtue of out-spamming our red player, who is only at 100 population, 60 villagers, and who has the better units, to be honest, but just cannot compete with the mass production from the Vasall. I mean, we have to give him credit. He has a nice farming setup here, really also refreshing the lumber camp, so he is taking care of his economy and is also producing from 10 barracks, or at least 10, no, even more barracks here. So constant spam. But what a struggle it has been here for Der Vasall, and I think we can start to skip ahead a little bit, because I think this game is over and will just take a long time until Der Vasall is able to finish this off, because the AI also likes to stick around even though it is basically over at this point. So we skip ahead. But yeah, I don't know.
Now
it's over. I don't know what that performance was. Very close game here. The AI almost won, like pushing in with the siege rams, killing the castle, killing the town centers, and just lacked a few more units or a little bit. If it had attacked a little bit earlier, I think Vasall would have, would have had to GG. However, the walls of the Vasall actually proving vital here in basically stalling out the AI. But against a human player, you cannot play like this, and I think this is a wake-up call for Vasall to really get his game on and improve a little bit. Okay, so there's one more game left that we're gonna cast today. Let's quit this game real quickly. We can look at the timeline. I mean, look at this. Red player in the lead, again here in the lead, but then there's slow grind down by Vasall until he wins. Okay, let's look at the fourth and final game, which is this one, played between Vasall and the AI.
Map.
Have you seen this map before?
No, I never saw.
Okay, this map is called Land Madness. And so the specialty here is that you again have this terrain that you cannot build on. And so the trick is that you cannot really wall because you cannot build on it.
That's not good for Vasall.
Yeah, so you cannot wall. So you cannot wall. And so scouts are very strong on this map. So typically people go for a lot of scouts, but that also means that spearmen are pretty strong. So recommended to go for spearmen on this map. Okay, Vasall playing as the Bohemians, which is not a great civilization here because it's really late game focused, and this map is more early game focused. But against the AI, I think it is okay. Our red player again, the AI, playing as the Japanese, and the Japanese have a bonus that their mills and lumber camps only cost 50 wood, so it's much easier to drop more like the double lumber camp that we see here, which does not make any sense at all. But the AI just loves to go, and also dropping the mill and then not having any villager on the berries. Okay, now finally
a lot of villagers.
Actually oversaturating this, not taking the boars, not taking the geese here. Just very sloppy build by the AI. When you play against the AI, it's you often feel way more threatened than you actually should be.
Vasall is doing the walling of the berries.
Okay. So there
you learned that from Food Please, right?
Yes. So there is walling possible. So laming is, and actually that's probably very good against the AI. As we've seen in the previous games, the AI just is completely stuck if you do something like this.
Yeah, but that's not a good gameplay, I think.
Yeah, it's a little bit lame. I mean, it's the AI. You should just dominate it.
Is he so afraid of losing?
You saw the last game.
Look at this.
And look at this.
And now he's dying, the villager.
No, the villager will survive. Dark Age villager with loom wins against a scout in the Dark Age. Yeah, he's scared. Like, I mean, imagine.
He's really scared.
Yeah,
right?
Remember the last game? What happened? Like, you almost lost. It was very, very close. And now the Vasall is in the feudal age, and red is also in the feudal age. Red has not taken its boar even. I really, this is really ridiculous. Not even taking the boar. The Vasall, on the other hand, on his patented farms, expanding the farms. I think in the long run, it definitely pays off because he already has a lot of farms down. So a lot of food coming in. Also now going for castle age. Some upgrades, so I think this could be a rather clean game here by Vasall. Finally,
what is the unit of choice?
I think he's going for knights, or maybe no units at all. Maybe you just got the upgrades and it's like, I'm not gonna make units yet. Now we see the problem with the early farms without the upgrades. The farms have expired and he doesn't have the wood yet, so that's. So maybe he cannot even go for he made the stable forward in your face of the red player, and now the knights are coming out, and I think this is gonna be a very, very quick game here. Maybe no, there is a sizable army. Sizable army, but the spearmen
and the boar is also involved.
The boar is involved, is coming in. And look at this boar lure. Now Castle Age is in for our red player, and I think Red might go for monks, although right now red is not going for anything. Red is just dying at this point in time. Oh, actually 3 town centers here for red. But that is not a good strategy if you're being pushed. However, there are some Japanese pikemen out, and Japanese pikemen actually pretty good. Well, not good against monks, of course, but they're pretty good against the knights. And yeah, let's see, this game kind of stabilizes. 40 to 39 villages, the villager lead for our red player, but more and more kills by the knights of their Vasall. And maybe we can go to normal speed. I mean, this boar is basically not taking it in Dark Age, and now taking it out here is basically the demise of our red player. Losing so many villagers, it is absurd. Also, this monk not converting, instead going for some relic somewhere. I guess this relic maybe. That is just not great here by our red player. And so I think this is just a matter of time until Devasal wins this. Again, going for the weird forward stone.
He will build the castle, right?
So, Lily, this is something to take note.
Yes.
Devasal does this in every game. He takes a lot of villagers, and it's 9 villagers. Imagine if you kill 9 villagers.
And like, he has no unit there, right?
Yeah, he's and here as well. Like, he's completely open everywhere. If you put like a little bit of aggression here, like even with scouts or like 1 or 2 knights, you can kill all of these villagers, and Devasal cannot do anything about it. More monks being killed. This is just terrible micromanagement here.
A castle.
Yeah, this is from Devasal, of course, dropping the castle inside of the economy of the red player. And I think this will just spell disaster. More monks coming in, but the monk's not going to do anything. The monk's just... this monk is tasked to the relic, and that's it. And this is just where the AI completely falls down. This is just terrible, terrible, terrible. And I think the better AIs may be a little bit wiser in that sense, but yeah, just the downfall of the AI. Look at this. Next monk has been created. Another 100 gold. Where will it go? Let's watch it go. Oh, actually it stopped. No, I think he's on relic duty and dies. And I think another monk will be created. What do you think?
Yes, I think so. The AI always wants the relics at a certain point, so it's...
And actually already has a relic.
Yeah, and the next one coming in, right?
Oh, actually having 2 relics already. But
and
now
this
these
one
2
is
monks...
dying, right?
Yeah. These monks are like, okay, gotta get the relics. We gotta get the relics, boys. Coming in.
And dying.
And dying. Then we have this monk. Gotta get the relics.
He wants the sneaky way, but... I think.
Yeah, dodging the first castle, maybe.
The second castle.
Still alive, still alive. Okay, but the second castle.
But I think there's a new monk in production.
Yes, so, the next monk is coming out.
Running the same way, straight into death.
Yes. Okay, but he's distracting here.
What has Vasall there? What are these wagons?
These are the Hussite wagons, the unique unit of the Bohemians. So gunpowder, not quite as strong as the Portuguese organ guns, but also...
Looks like a wine barrel.
Yeah, wheels, right? It's kind of a ridiculous unit. It moves without any horses in front. It's kind of like rolling around. Right, some people call it the food truck. It's just ridiculous. And they had a cute idea in that if you have ranged units behind it, or units behind it, then arrows do less damage. But it never comes into play. It just doesn't do anything. Yeah, and I think the AI.
The next monk.
The next monk. Where is it? Okay. Dun 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 dun. Maybe this one will make it. Maybe this one will. Let's see. I mean, it's only a monk. You cannot shoot it. See? Vasall knows it. Like it's.
Oh, it survived the first castle.
It's just a man of faith, and yeah, look at this. I think with fervor, this is the upgrade.
The next one will come.
That's the upgrade when the monks move faster. You could have actually made it running out here. But yeah, this game is completely over. Vasall finally, squeezing out a rather convincing victory.
Maybe we can see the next monk.
Yes.
So what is the price for a monk? 500 gold or
100 gold. 500 gold.
I don't know.
500, that
I
would be
never
ridiculous.
built monks.
Well, you should build more monks. 100 gold.
I think the micro is too hard for me.
Just one or
Like,
two.
with this
If there's
clicking stuff.
if there's 3,
I'm
if
already
there's
overwhelmed with my units. So.
if there is 3 knights on the field and you have 2 monks,
look at this monk.
that's like click, click. You can do that. Okay. But yeah, the AI actually ramming down this castle of their Vasall. But I think in terms of villages, this is pretty over. 22 to 49 villagers.
The next monk in the pipeline?
The next monk is in the pipeline, and due to the relics, there will always be more monks coming out. So these relics basically pay. So people
The
visiting, seeing the relics,
Yeah.
and are actually, oh god, yes. Okay, so Vasall actually got murder holes so that the
really?
castle can
Okay.
attack this ram,
Oh wow.
which is completely ridiculous. He has units around. He's in the
Yes.
driver's seat. That's just an upgrade you never want to go for in this type
Now
of
the monk is
situation.
coming.
The monk is coming. Okay, dun, 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 dun. And the castle is distracted. The monk is
Oh,
running
really?
the gauntlet.
Also the units ignore the
But
monk.
I think it's not gonna be enough. And red is resigning. Yes, one monk too many has died. And you can see how the relic placement actually can screw over the
Yeah,
AI
yeah.
completely. That is interesting to see. Okay, in the end, the Vasall able to win 4-0 against the AI player. But again, I mean, this game wasn't that close. But the game previously was actually
But we're still
close.
not sure if it's the right AI, right? If
We're
it's the
actually not sure. I don't know where we can see that. Probably it's maybe if we go back to the map and then we can look at this. So here,
No,
I think
it's hard.
It's hard. Okay,
Okay.
okay, fair enough. It is the hard AI. I think there's just a little bit of variance also in the AI and how try hard it actually plays. Hard AI. So many mistakes. All right, but this was the series between Der Vasall and the AI. Vasall winning 4-0. And with me was Lily Vanilli, who hopefully got some confidence. What do you say?
yes.
Confidence for Lily Vanilli, and I hope you enjoyed this cast, although it was a little bit on the quick side, but we just have so many pleb games to go through that it just doesn't make much sense to do it the drawn out way. Yeah, my name's Peter Host, and I hope to see you in the next one.